Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a magic puzzle for you, and it's basically just a normal puzzle, but it comes with 3D glasses. So once you assemble it, you just use the glasses to see the 3D version of the picture. I got this puzzle through an exchange, and obviously the first thing I did when I came home is open the box and check what the 3D effect was. And what I've learned then is that basically it's not the puzzle that has a 3D effect, but it's the glasses. So even if you look at the box or any other puzzle with these glasses, all of them are gonna pop out. I'm curious to see if there's gonna be a difference between watching the picture on the box and the actual assembled puzzle with the 3D glasses, because maybe there is something extra in the puzzle. I don't know, we're gonna have to find out. Let me show you the puzzle now. So it's a 1000-piece puzzle by Clementoni, and the title of this one is 3D Dolphin Reef. The picture itself, I think it's going to be quite easy to assemble because it's got a lot of bright colors, so there's going to be like a lot of different sections, which I think is going to help. I'm slightly worried about the C section and the dolphin because it seems like it takes about half of the puzzle, which is quite a lot. I've done a few Clementoni puzzles before, so I know that the quality is supposed to be good, so I'm not worried about it. So I think it's time to tackle the puzzle now. I think I'm actually getting better at sorting, I don't know, but with the last puzzle as well, it seems like I'm just putting more detail when we're doing the sorting, so it's not just like the colour, but it's some textures as well, and it's the gradient of the colour as well, so I think it's gonna help quite a lot when putting the puzzle together. I'm sure it helps as well that this puzzle has so many specific and different colours, because obviously you can't do this type of sorting with every puzzle you get, but I basically sorted all of the colours, and then I've got the blues into what I think is the dolphin and what I think is the sea. We are gonna find out, and then I've got some random bits as well. So as I mentioned earlier, the puzzle is not actually 3D, it's the glasses that do the effect, and when I was doing the sorting there was nothing in particular that I would say was different than on the actual picture. So I think the picture is probably gonna be exactly the same. I don't think it's got anything extra to make it more 3D or I don't know. The frame was actually a little bit harder than I expected it to be, because it's basically all of the outside, so I just had a few fish but the rest of it was basically just like the bottom, which was dark blue, and then the top, which was slightly lighter blue. I couldn't really finish the frame without doing the shape sorting, and then it was a little bit quicker, but based on the frame it seems like it's gonna be a bit harder than I expected it to be, but let's see what happens when I start putting the puzzle together. One thing I really like about this puzzle is the fact that it's got round corners, because I haven't seen that a lot, I think with 2 puzzles only. Yeah, there was another Clementoni puzzle I just did, a 500-piece one, but this one had round corners as well, which, yeah, it explains a lot. I mean, it's the same brand, so yeah, it makes sense. I've done all of the fire colours, and I always like to start with them if I have them in the puzzle, because they're the brightest usually, and it's a lot easier to just find them. Well, the red one can actually be really hard, because if it's a really deep red, it's almost like blacky, so then it's a bit hard to see the shades and everything. But with this puzzle, all of the colours, including the red ones, were really bright. The one thing that was really hard was the coral reef, because I had no idea where to even begin. So once I had two puzzles together, it was a bit easier to build around it. But in the beginning, when I just had all loose pieces, it was just like, it took me a while to get them together, let's just say that. But other than that, there are still a lot of loose pieces lying around, especially, you know, the black, white and yellow fish, because there's quite a few of them. And when I was doing the sorting, I didn't really pay that much attention on what's the fish and what's something else. And then I think that in my black pile, I think I'm gonna have quite a few pieces of those fish. Let's see what happens, but for now I didn't really put a lot together. So the black, white and yellow fish are still causing me problems, but I think the more of the background I put together, the easier it's going to be to put them together, essentially. But the coral reef is coming together quite nicely. I'm just getting a little bit worried in how much sea is going to be left to do, because to me it looks right now that there's going to be quite a lot of sea left, and yeah, it's basically just like one color. I mean, there is a little bit of shade to it, but not as much that it would make me feel really confident going into solving it. But yeah, let's see what happens. The puzzle is coming together quite nicely, and since I spread the majority of the pieces, I can see that the gradient is a bit more obvious than I expected it to be. So that made me a little bit less worried about the dolphin and the sea, because I think it's a bit more obvious what's what, so I'm quite happy about that. And I finally managed to finish the fish, you know, the black, white and yellow ones. Oh, the majority of the fish are finished now. There's just like the few of the tiny ones, but they're more like a shadow in the background of the puzzle than like the actual fish are. Since the dolphin and the sea are the only two things left for me to do, I think the best thing to do now is do the shape sorting, because it's gonna make the completion of the puzzle a lot easier and a lot faster. So I think I'm gonna just start with that. It's going a lot quicker than I expected. I basically finished this dolphin really quickly, and all I've got left to do now is the sea. So I don't think it should take me that much longer to finish the puzzle. And then it's gonna be the big reveal of the 3D puzzle. This is officially the quickest 1000-piece puzzle I completed, because it took me 4 hours and 15 minutes, including the sorting. So it was actually really enjoyable. It didn't feel like I was rushing it or anything. So yeah, it was really quick. I'm actually really surprised, because I genuinely thought that the dolphin and the sea are gonna take me way longer than they did. Now let's check the picture. So take the glasses. I need to clean the glasses. Okay, so what they do is, I mean, I don't know if it's hard to explain, but it's basically when you put them on, anything you see in front of yourself basically gets the red and blue shade. It's almost like when you go to the cinema. Well, not anymore, because they, you know, evolved. But maybe 10 years ago when you went to see the 3D film, and if you took your glasses off, you could see the blur that the picture had. It was basically red and blue. And this is what happens with these glasses. So now when I put the glasses on, I can see that the camera and the light get red and blue on each side. So let me see what happens with the puzzle. So basically when I'm looking at it, I can see that all of the dark sections like the sea and then the darker coral reef and the blue fish in the back, they're not actually visible with these glasses, but anything that's got like yellowish, red, orangey, and then all of the white lines and the bubbles pop out a lot. So I think this is what's special about this picture, because if I just use these glasses with any other puzzle, I don't think it would be that clear what's in front and what's in the back. But with this puzzle it's interesting because all of the bright fish, they just seem like they're closer to you than the rest of the puzzle. I must say that I really enjoyed this puzzle and I really like the 3D effect. There's just one thing that like, I want to exchange this puzzle because, you know, I don't want to collect too many, but I really want to keep the glasses, like, because I want to try it with other puzzles, but it's probably not fair to people that I would exchange the puzzles with, so I'm gonna have to put them back in the box. Maybe I'm gonna, you know, find another way to get the same glasses somehow. I tried to get the effect on camera, but it's not really picking it up. So when I put the glasses over the lens, it just basically makes it a bit foggy. But then I realized if I show you what happens on the edge, then you're gonna see what the glasses actually do, because it's not that obvious on the picture. So if you can see the edge here, this is without the glasses, and now I'm gonna put the glasses over and you're gonna see the red and blue shade on the edge. I'm sorry that I can't show you the actual effect of the puzzle, but if the camera doesn't pick up, there's not really much I can do about it, because I don't have the skills to show you how it looks. It's a bit annoying when the camera doesn't pick it up. It was the same when I was doing the fluorescent puzzle and I turned the lights off and the camera was just like completely black, like it didn't pick anything up, and the puzzle was actually glowing quite a lot. Luckily my sister's phone saved me because it had like a long exposure or something like that, and it managed to get like a clear picture of what the puzzle looked like. So if you like this video, just check the other puzzle out as well, because I think it's really cool when they do something special with the puzzle. So it's not just like a normal puzzling experience, but you get a little bit of extra satisfaction at the end, or you know what I mean. So yeah, just check the video out here. Bye!